As we roll into part 2 of Lord of the Sabbath, we're breaking down the scripture that we read in the first part. It says the quote, "The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath," means that the religious rules, including the day of rest, are intended to benefit and serve humanity, not the other way around. It says the statement recorded in the Gospel of Mark 2:27 was spoken by Jesus to challenge the rigid and legalistic interpretation of the Sabbath law by the Pharisees. And we go into the context of the quote. The quote came after the Pharisees confronted Jesus about his disciples picking heads of grain to eat on the Sabbath, an act they deemed unlawful. Jesus used this moment to illustrate the original compassionate purpose of the Sabbath. As we go into the key meanings, the first part is a gift, not a burden. And see, before I even get into that, there's so many, and I talked about this in the first video, right? There's so many wrong interpretations of this to where it's put as a weight upon us, as a burden. And it'll break it down in here, but it's really a gift. It's a gift that was given to us that has been so badly taken out of context. So as we get into it, it says a gift, not a burden. The Sabbath was instituted as a blessing for rest and renewal, not as a collection of burdensome rules that prevent acts of mercy or meeting basic human needs. The Pharisees, however, had added so many extra regulations that they lost sight of its purpose, turning the day into a burden for many. As we look at that, there's so many things in Scripture that has caused people to fall away. And a lot of times it is tradition that has been brought up or built within people that has turned it into such a ferocious, it's made to sound like the Bible is literally evil when it's not. They use it as a rule book and as a control mechanism when in actuality it's freedom. It's spiritual freedom. It's humanity's freedom that has been taken out of context.